president is above the law. No person in this country, no matter how high or powerful, is above the law. It has been a particular honor for me to serve on the Court of Appeals for these past 15 years because it has given me the opportunity to use whatever talent I have to serve my country by upholding the rule of law. And there is nothing that is more important for our republic than the rule of law. No person.
I mean, again, when you start talking like this and you look back on it now, you know that it's not true. The corruption is so thick. And here's the problem with Alito, as well as the problem with somebody like Justice Thomas. And this is sort of the problem that we're faced with right now. If Biden were somehow to win again, Alito will just hang around until the next election when almost assuredly a Republican will get in 28, and then he'll step away. And if Trump does get in, he will, as will Justice Thomas, almost assuredly retire. And Trump will appoint 2 more Supreme Court justices. Why? Because this is how the GOP fights for what they want. They fight to the death. The only way Thomas and Alito leave the Supreme Court when a Democrat is in office is if they die. That's it. Scalia died, and they still figured out a way to delay it long enough so that they could get their own guy on there. Again, it's the Harlem Globetrotters versus the Washington Generals. That's what this is. That's why Alito, when he was being nominated during the Bush administration, is able to get away with the shit he gets away with. Anything.
Person in this country, no matter how high or powerful, is above the law, and no person in this country is beneath the law. 15 years ago, when I was sworn in as a judge of the Court of Appeals, I took an oath. I put my hand on the Bible, and I swore that I would administer justice without respect to persons, that I would do equal right to the poor and to the rich, and that I would carry out my duties under the Constitution and the laws of the United States.
Well, clearly he didn't mean that. And the level of desperation that is there for so many people is so hard for people to understand. And when you make statements like the notion that the 2 major parties are equally bad is just wrong. No, they are bad. I didn't say they were the same, but they are terrible because they're corporate captured. Now, you can say that one may be worse than the other, but when they're that bad and the prospects are so bad for everyone, then it doesn't matter. It just doesn't. It's death by a nosedive or death by 1,000 paper cuts. Either way, you're going. And the system is going, and everything that's happening is happening under a Democratic president. And we can say that, well, it was put in place for this, it was put in place for that. Again, it's all relative when you consider that this is the system that we're in. And the system's broken. And the reason why Jen runs as a Democrat is because it's strategy. I'm a registered Democrat. I've been one forever. I don't want to be in the Democratic Party, but I also understand that this is, this is how it is. Being strategic is important. A lot of people don't know how to do that. If we're trying to change what is in front of us, you got to start somewhere. Everybody has a role to serve. And remember, if it's captured by corporate special interests, then that is where that's where it begins, that's where it ends. I don't know what's going to happen. I know that people are scared. And I know things are pretty dire. Colin, can you just pull up the Intercept article with the cover headline regarding the 62 Democrats that voted in favor with the GOP in favor of withholding information regarding the death count in Gaza. We'll close on that note. You know, there's a great saying, David, and it was from Thomas Jefferson. And it's very similar to what that saying is. When the people fear the government, you have tyranny. When the government fears the people, you have liberty. And that is true. Right now, I don't know if it's that that people fear the government, but I know that they are of great concern. That's a problem. I worry. I think we are in bad shape. I don't think that we are I don't know if it's time for aliens. But that is kind of where we are. Tricky spot. Where's me article? American politics sounds like slavery and subservience. Okay. While we're waiting. So, as you can imagine, Debbie Wasserman Schultz is one of the 62 Democrats who joined 207 Republicans in vote to conceal Gaza death toll. Democratic leaders did not tell members to vote against an amendment to block the State Department from citing the Gaza Health Ministry statistics. Now, why would they do that? Because that's what AIPAC and the Israel lobby wanted them to do. The more people know about the numbers, it's kind of like in Vietnam when they showed the aircraft carriers with the American flag draped coffins. That really turned the tide for millions in this country regarding the war, not just the Tet Offensive. So here we are today when you have this big problem where you have bad Democrats. There are quite a few of them. The person who wrote this bill is Jared Moskowitz. He is the congressional representative who is just north of where we are in South Florida. He covers Boca Raton and Parkland, two of the wealthiest suburbs in South Florida. And very Jewish and very Zionist. And they decided to pass this bill. They are covering a genocide, or covering up a genocide. And Debbie Wasserman Schultz, of course, is one of those 62 Democrats that thinks it's acceptable to do that. I don't. It'd be nice if we had people fighting on the Hill that actually wanted to make sure that there was something to be done about our runaway cesspool of a broken system. So that's why, again, I cannot emphasize enough how important this primary race really is. I ask that you all get involved if you can. To everyone who's been here this evening, you know, like my music, Travers, David Hunter, Metal, Donald James, Ghislaine Conspiracy Theory, Nodal Pump, Jimmy Zimzam, Henry Kajawa, H, Yes But No, Jules T, I believe is new, Mario, I believe I said your name, Travers, Chris Garrett, Nashoba Chomak Shuti. I hope I got that right. Miss Chewy Says, Ray J. Who else? Very lively chat tonight, and very appreciative that you guys are here, of course. Make sure you did smash the like button, share, and subscribe, and click the bell. Steve Grossman. Jennifer Perlman. Yeah, why not? Help her get her lady parts back. Try and take them away. Danny Ferguson. I think you're new, Danny. Happy to have you here. Make sure you've clicked that like button. Make sure you subscribed. Make sure you click that bell. Come back for more. I don't know what we're going to do regarding, well, we're not going to have a show on Thursday. It is the 4th of July. Usually my favorite holiday, but I'm catching heat for that one. Linda Fontes, always great to have you here. So maybe we'll do a show on Wednesday night. We'll see. Or maybe Friday. You never know. We'll see about that. You want Wednesday or Friday, guys? Let me know what you're thinking in the chat. 72 Marshflower 15. Welcome to the channel. I can't say I disagree with you, buddy. It's like literally pouring gasoline on a fire. That's what they did. And it's only gotten worse.